Hello.
Hi there.
So we're doing a series of videos. We're hopefully gonna do some like this to casually talk about some of our philosophy. For those that don't like reading, it's maybe too tedious and boring for people, so maybe people will like videos better. So we want to do this more focused on our curriculum in the future, and we're just kind of testing the waters with doing these kinds of videos to see how they go and see if this is something we should do. So if you like this video, please like it on our Facebook page, and also if you have something to say about it, comment. Maybe if you have a question or a comment, we can respond to that point in another video and in our follow-up video. So what we're talking about in this one, we're going to talk about what spirituality is in Buddhism and the interpenetration of the physical and the spiritual, which is kind of central to Buddhism. So would you like to explain about physical and spiritual?
Oh, sure. It's like a favorite topic, and it's misleading, I think. We're not misleading, of course. But most people think about a spiritual aspect as being outside themselves. You know, if you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish, you look at the spiritual powers of the universe as being manifested in a God. And that God is outside of yourself. And here's a major difference about Buddhism is Buddhism basically says that, your physical and spiritual aspects are tied to each other, if you will. They're inseparable, and they exist, inside your life itself. So you have life as the central concept. There's physical aspects of life and spiritual aspects of life. And so what we do in Buddhism is we also use physical along with spiritual. So if you do view these videos, we're going to be asking you to actually begin practicing Buddhism and chant on your own time, your homework, and implement what we're talking about, basically, in your life. Go ahead.
I think when you talk, there's a lot of things assumed that I think you have to say about spirituality in Buddhism, because it's so different in Christianity and what the rest of the world thinks about it. They think, even if it's inside of you, they think it's like still a ghost or something inside of you. It's your spirit. And in Buddhism, it's a lot more practical than that. It's spiritual in Buddhism is like everything that must exist in the world, but it doesn't have a physical aspect, like karma, for instance, or Nichiren says many differing thoughts occur to you, and
that kind of proves that there is a non-physical element to you. Thoughts don't have a physical aspect.
Yeah, the thought itself, maybe it comes out of your brain, but the thought itself is not physical. That would be spiritual. Thoughts are spiritual, feelings are spiritual, and more importantly in Buddhism, life condition is spiritual. So it all goes back to how do we enhance our spiritual selves, and it's in part through the physical and in part through spiritual. It's through chanting, which is both physical and spiritual.
And the really cool thing about practicing Buddhism is that, if before now you had been, opening up your life to receiving some sort of spirituality from the unseen forces of the universe or God or whatever it is, that's not the same spirituality that we're talking about necessarily, because you can only hope that this deity of yours will bestow spirituality on you. We've gotten to the point in modern civilization where we don't think we have anything to do with developing our spiritual aspects. That we have to just wait. We have to wait on the Lord to give us what we want in terms of spirituality. Feeling good, feeling positive, feeling strong. And many, many more things we don't think we can control. But the cool thing is with Buddhism, you can. I mean, you can develop a strength that, without the practice of Buddhism, you just can't reach. But this goes so deeply into your life that, and that in itself is scary to some people. It's intriguing to others. I hope you're on the side of intriguing and not scared, because there's nothing to be scared of. This is you. It's in your life. You've had it all along, and you just kind of ignored it if you're like 99.9% of the entire world. Go ahead.
Well, I think that also, there is a part of you that kind of doesn't even notice your life condition. If you're not a Buddhist or a spiritual person, or you don't chant. I first noticed my own life condition when I started chanting. I don't know how it goes for other Buddhists or whatnot. But there's also, I think, a part of everyone that is in there that they're not just not noticing, that they can't even pull out of their lives. There's a person inside of you that only comes out when you practice Buddhism. And you don't even know is in there to try to bring it out. It just almost doesn't even exist. But it does exist, because once you start chanting, that just comes out of you. That's you. But it's like a whole different kind of you. That's, I think, a more interesting person. A deeper person, or a more sophisticated person, or something.
Absolutely. So our curriculum begins with life condition, Ichinen Sanzen, 10 worlds. And these are concepts, unless you've been a Buddhist, you don't know these concepts. I'll just make that kind of a statement, blanket statement, that you totally don't know what this is, yet you can, through your practice, right away, actually, start today chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. But the more you do it, the deeper you can go. And it's direction, aiming your life in a certain direction. Shakyamuni vowed to basically become a Buddha and make all people Buddhas and equal to him. So this is not one of those things where we treat Shakyamuni Buddha or Nichiren Buddha as a god or a deity. This is about, if you will, the god or deity within yourself. That's not exactly correct, but people that don't, have no way to see, if you will, their own spirituality, it'll take a little experience. Sometimes right away when you chant, you get it. And the more you chant and study together, and that's a critical thing we'll be talking about lots, is put them together. This is not a philosophical discussion only. It's philosophical, and it's physical, and
practical.
And practical, and
I don't know how practical it is, but it's practicum.
Yeah. So, what, do you have a guess for maybe how long it'll take people to begin seeing their life condition
it depends
change
entirely.
and improve?
I think it depends entirely on their practice.
And their karma.
In any case, we don't want to talk about that in this video because that's a whole topic.
Oh, I know it is. So anyway, this is practicing Buddhism is about your spiritual development. You can't get there just by reading or discussing it or having us talk to you about it only. I'm not saying those are bad things or wrong things. I'm saying you have to experience the philosophy to understand it. Without that element, you're wasting your time. Just don't bother.
Yeah, you won't get it.
Do bother.
You won't
Do
really
bother.
get it.
We want to convince you to do that, and I think you'll convince yourself once you start not only watching these videos with us, but also chanting. You'll see some stuff come out that you wish you'd known. You'll wish you'd known about this before if you're anything like me, and I know Shannon as well. So anyway, like this video.
If you like it.
If you like it. If you want to be a part of it. And give us any questions or suggestions that you may have. Like us on our Facebook page, Transcendent Life Condition Buddhism. And we hope we'll see you again soon.